to Board Game Giants, the vintage version. And this is a show where we interview people who collect vintage board games. And we get to know a little bit about them. And then at the very end, they're going to show us their massive collection. And today we have Vinny from the Insane Board Game Freak Show YouTube channel. And here he is, folks. Vinny, how are you, man?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm doing all right, man.
As we say in New York, yo, how you doing?
How you doing? I love the accent, man. Well, anyway.
The New York Giants here. Board game giant. Yeah, New York board game giants.
Well, thank you for representing the Board Game Museum, man. Or just board games in general. All right, well, let's start with the question here. How many board games do you have?
I mean, I probably got I think now maybe over 500.
Over 500. Wow, that's a huge collection, man. And
I had 400, but then it went up, and you don't even realize it. Like when you're making purchasing or anything, or at the thrift shops, and then all of a sudden you walk up to the register with like a pile of boxes of board games.
yeah. Your garage all of a sudden starts getting so full you don't even know where to put them, and it just sort of happens when you're a collector. It's funny how that works.
Yeah.
So 500, that's a lot of games. And I'll tell you guys, if you've not seen Vinny's channel, he has got board games, older games that I have either never heard of or have seen any videos on at all, like Knight Rider board game, for example, Breaker 19 Trucker game, for example. So he's got a ton of reviews, and he does them fast. He's probably the fastest I've ever seen as far as making videos. So I'm glad to have you on, Vinny. So here's a question. When did you actually start?
It's a pleasure to be here. It's a great honor.
You're very well. Thank you so much. When did you start collecting games? Do you remember?
Probably like a few years back ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. And I just started collecting games, and I got interested in games, starting from something simple as playing the Ninja Turtles game, the Pizza Power game or something like that. Mm-hmm. And I decided to start looking at different games and everything, on anything that would pop off in my head, such as the Knight Rider board game. So mm-hmm. I said, are there any other TV shows that had board games in the past and movies? And I'm like, probably, so I decided to look up on images. And Google Images showed a lot of different cartoon board games and, all different old live TV show board games. Heck, I even got the Golden Girls Clue game or something like that.
Wow.
But, I mean, different stuff, board games based on old video games I used to play in the arcades back in the day. Mm-hmm. Just old TV shows I used to watch and stuff at Nick at Night and everything, But, I started getting interested in the mechanics of the gameplay. And then after a while, you start seeing most games can be the same in a sense, but slightly different and change, because of, I don't know, I guess, copyright infringement or something. I don't know. But it was pretty cool, though, stumbling upon all these games. And, when you're looking for one game, you start going off on a tangent, looking for different games and that you see in the thrift shops and everything. You're like, oh, I gotta get that one, and then you start seeing a whole lot on eBay and stuff, Yeah. So you just kind of like in moderation. But hey, if you're able to do it, just grab it, because you never know, when you're gonna have another chance. As I heard in the song, one of the bands I like, Rancid, you got a ghost of a chance, take it, So
well, I'll tell you, I always like the idea, because I don't know if anyone's ever done particular themes on board games like TV.
I'm sorry, you're breaking up a bit.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
A little bit. Sometimes you go in and out, like you're breaking up like a robot sound or something.
All right,
it's a little bit better than sound like the Chipmunks.
Well, it's I don't know what the signal, but we'll get through it. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do I
sorry.
switch it so I can have the camera stand vertical? So I don't, because right now I'm holding the camera stand, but now I'm sideways or I'm upside down.
Yeah, you're
It's
sideways.
almost like that Lionel Richie episode. Oh, what a feeling! Playing board games on the ceiling.
Yeah, I don't think that's how it went. I don't. Well, I don't know. I guess you can
Hold
just
on a
hold it.
second. All right, got it.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
And I can edit this, so don't worry about it. I'll just edit it.
Yeah, it's
How
cool.
about,
Whatever.
how about what's your favorite vintage game?
Oh, geez, I don't even know. There's just so many of them, like I'm sure you understand being the collector that you are, you have all these games. It's like, I mean, I could narrow it down to like a favorite, genre of board game play, like I would have to say like action adventure. Uh I mean, if you really want, like, I can name one, but to the audience out there, there's tons of games I like.
Uh,
Um You might as well play the Jeopardy music, man, because it's bonus round right now. I'm trying to think about what game is like, I like the most. That's like I mean, I like Hero Quest. I
oh,
like Dark World.
oh
I
yeah.
like yeah, I mean, like when I first started getting into this whole board game thing too, I loved a lot of the vintage board games because of what they do, and they have different mechanics. But I'm
Yeah.
looking at a lot of my games too, and I see that they're mostly like dungeon crawl games, Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I like a lot of action adventure. I mean, I'm trying to think.
Well, that's okay. I
I
mean,
mean,
Hero Quest and
yeah, it'll be like it's a long time. I mean, you
oh,
know,
okay. It's hard to come up with a favorite. I know it's hard for me
I
to
mean,
do.
off the top of my head, I'd have to say, I'll go with like the Omega Virus too. I
There you
mean, that game I'm looking at that I got, that game's insane,
go. Oh yeah, that's
but
a
it's
great.
just so cool,
Hmm.
you know?
That's a good one. Um,
Yeah,
how about
that one's fun to play.
Oh yeah, here's a good question for you. Let's
Yeah.
see what I have here. Have you ever had like an experience like when you brought out an older game and people are just like, oh my gosh, what is this? Like a perfect example might be Fireball Island because that's an awesome looking game and people might like, oh my gosh, that looks great. What is this? And
That
then
happens all the time.
yeah, with older games, yeah. Did you have a particular one that you can think of that happened with? Like people are just like blown away in a way, not expecting it.
Um, I don't know. I'd have to say Crash Canyon, but then again, like from that, there's like a big jump and change to like people not even knowing about like either Polar Dare or Mighty Max. They're like, oh, I didn't know there was a Mighty Max board game based on the cartoon. And there's one from the UK that I got, Mighty Mouse board game too, Saves the World,
Mm-hmm.
Count Duckula. You know, I mean, again, like these are games that like of shows I used to watch back in the day, and it's like they had a board game for them. You didn't realize it.
Yeah.
Um, a few Ravensburgers games. I like to collect them. There's something about Ravenburgers, like or Ravensburgers, however you pronounce it.
Yeah.
But anyway, it said just like the way like the art is in those games, the way the boards are all drawn out, the cards, just the feel of playing it. It's got like a nostalgic, feel to it. It's almost like playing like an old storybook that you used to read when you were a kid, renting out the book back from the library in the school, like, and it's got like that nostalgic going back to school kind of feel to it. Like, for some reason, I just like to play like a lot of those games, like in the wintertime or like in the fall. Something nostalgic about those games. And it's a cool feeling, playing those games, like Scotland Yard, Undercover, Midnight Party, Labyrinth. Labyrinth's a great game. They have different additions to that game.
Yeah.
But there's only one to me. I mean, like I like a lot of them. The electronic one's great.
Yeah.
Master Labyrinth that you reviewed is great. I mean, it's just like ingenious games that like some of these games from Ravensburgers are about.
Yeah.
It's fun. And me being an inquisitive person, I'm so inquisitive
Mhm.
to think about like what the games are like, and like how they are, how they're made.
And I always say too, like when it comes to the older games, there's an experience that you typically have with them, whether it's an electronic one or that somehow it's an experience, and that's one of the reasons why I love the older games is because there's just something
Right.
about them, and sometimes you can't put your finger on it, but there's just something about them.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. Yeah, you're 100% right on that. I mean, like, there's just tons of games that, and some of them have like that certain characteristics about them, like that make them different from, lots of other games, up until you find that one game that's kind of like the same gameplay as the other one. But, you put that aside and you still have fun enjoying the game anyway, like, because that's what's most important. And, to me, that's what playing, these games is all about. Say again?
Oh yeah, I was just agreeing with you, man. I was just responding to a couple of people who were saying hello. Let's see. What was another question I had?
Hey guys, girls, whatever.
I have my list of questions here. I'm just looking.
Yeah, go ahead, shoot.
Okay, let's see. Tell us about your board game channel. Like I said, Vincent has a board game channel on YouTube. Tell us a little bit about it and what you do.
Should I go back in character as the insane board game freak?
You don't have to.
I'm only kidding, dude. Well, basically, my show is about just me just doing it, the introduction to the game, introducing the game and telling the names of the games and stuff like that I'm going to review. And then while I'm reviewing the game, I do a board game or card game instructional. I do board games, vintage board games or card games, and also as much as modern, board games and card games. I'll do dice games too. I'll do heck, I'll even review the game Trips 4, 5, 6. If anybody doesn't know how to play that, you just look at the roll of dice. Just don't play sloppy dice because then you're out of the game, and then you lose bucks on that one. But I use the fake money for that, so just don't worry about it. There's no real time gambling here.
Well, I'll tell you.
But like different dice games are cool. Different card games are cool. I like deck building games. I like those. There's also dice building games where you can build your dice. There's one game, Cube something. I don't know. It's some kind of dice battling game, but I think Luke from Down from the Attic did a review about that game, and so did Tom Vassell from Dice Tower. But he I forget the name of that game, but we'll just move on. It's a cool game. Basically, you're rolling the dice and you're using your dice as soldiers in the game, and both you're flicking the dice, moving them to either side of the board depending on what side you're playing on.
Right.
And as you're doing that, you're keeping score and everything, and you're knocking. It's almost like what's that game that you did, Norman, on a Board Game Museum that you did? You're fighting. It's like all toys, and it's like a playset, catapults, crossbows, and catapults.
Yeah, I have two of those.
It's like that game, but with dice. Yeah, I got one of them. I forget which one I have. I got I think one of the latest ones from not now to this day. I mean, but probably back from 2007 was the last copy or edition that came out with that or something, or in the 90s or something.
There was Battleground Crossbows and Catapults that came out in 2007. That's the last one I remember.
Yeah, you got like the little figures that come with it, right, or something.
Yeah, it has the bricks and it has the figures, and it's a fun game.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's cool. My cousins enjoy that game too.
Oh yeah,
it's like they're like, yeah, it's like playing with your action figures.
All right, man.
But you get to yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. Would you be up for showing us your collection? I know you got a massive one, and you just have to kind of get the camera and just kind of show us what you got since you're holding it.
Well, for starters, I'll show you this one. I got Ned's Head. I got Mousetrap, Elephant Edition, Woody Woodpecker. I mean, this is the ceiling right here. So I jammed it in there. You know, I had to use some butter, you know, some grease to like, you know, get them to squeeze through up to the ceiling. But yeah, I got Ninja Turtles, you know, old school, new school Turtles. These are the games that are kind of a big hit. I
Yeah.
got a lot of views for Greedy Granny.
Oh
So
yeah.
I don't know why, but you know, that was a big hit. So I said, hey, you know, give them what they want, you know.
Hmm.
So I put more of those kind of games up on there. Um, Vampire Hunter. I don't know. Can you see everything?
Yeah.
I got Home Improvement. I got that was a good show back in the day, so I grabbed the game when I saw it, you know. I got these little games like dice games like Dungeon Roll. Dungeon Roll's a cool dice game. Um who doesn't like Rock'em Sock'em Robots?
Oh yeah.
This is kind of hard to do right now because I'm trying to aim the camera lens to the games.
You're doing fine.
It's like, am I getting the floor, my feet, what? You know?
Yeah, just
So
put it in front of you like you're doing. I can see it. It's you know.
yeah,
Yeah. So let's see. Kerplunk, Battleship, Sharkmania. Yeah, a lot of good stuff there.
yeah,
Keep on going.
that game's fun.
Yeah.
What's that?
Oh yeah, keep on going.
Oh, okay.
Garfield
I even
Z.
got the TV games. Price is Right, Family Feud. Heck, I even got Tiddlywinks.
That's an old school game. All right, let's see.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Crash Test game. Now, what is that one about?
Crash Test Dummies.
Yeah.
That's this is one. I think this was like my 5th game I put on my show.
Oh, okay.
But
I never heard of it.
The Incredible Crash Test Dummies. I got this game from the UK.
Wow, I've never heard of it.
I ordered it. But again, like whatever games, and this goes out to the audience too, the viewers and stuff, as well as you too, Norman.
Uh,
If you could think about a game that you think that would have came out based off either an old show or anything, you know, like how you were saying to me before in conversation with dinosaurs and stuff like that.
yeah.
A lot of games would come popping up, you know, on the Google Images, and then you'd be surprised how many games and stuff that you'd see of different genres that you want. Like I was stoked when I found the Dick Tracy movie game.
Wow.
You
That's
know,
I haven't heard of. I was
and the movie was pretty good. I mean, it got
yeah.
This game, and folks, you know, viewers at home or wherever you are, if you're on the bus stop waiting for the bus, you know, the bus is still running. I don't know, but the Batman game. This was my first episode of Board Game Museum that I saw of Norman.
Yeah,
and I was looking for instructions on how to play the Batman game so I could see how the Batman game would be if it would be cool to buy.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw his video and I'm like, yeah, I'm buying that game. It's pretty cool, you know? So thanks, Norman.
You're very welcome, man. What else have you got?
I got Speed Racer. I got the Bruce Lee game. I got the Slamwich game. Spare Time Bowling Dice.
Oh yeah. Bruce Lee game. Now that's another one I haven't heard of.
Yeah, I didn't hear about it either. I'm like, did they even come out with a Bruce Lee game?
I didn't even know that. That's unbelievable. Wow.
Yeah. I'm gonna review that game pretty soon because I'm almost up to that now. When I review games, like I'm either reviewing games because like I just feel like picking out a game and reviewing it, or I just go in the order that I got the games in. So that's like the order that you'll see it,
right?
You know, up on YouTube, you know, on my show. I got the one game. This is kind of rare to find. I was as happy as a pig in mud when I found this game, the Muscle Mega Match game.
Oh my gosh!
It's based off, and it comes with. Remember that show?
Yeah.
That commercial back in the day, and the guy's like, the Muscle Man figures, they're this big, and they're pink.
I happen to remember that.
So the guy who sold me it on eBay here, he gave me a whole bag load of 200 figures. Believe it or not, there's 200 figures in here. If you had to guess, like one of those Tootsie Roll guessing games.
Wow.
How many Tootsie Rolls are in the jar?
Well,
yeah. If anybody can guess how many of these are in, well, I already told you it's 200. So, yeah. But that was a pretty cool bonus that he gave me there, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
nice.
I thought about if there was a Family Guy game. I even got this old vintage one, Batman Swoops Down. This one's an English one. Yeah, Spears Games. I never heard of Spears, but this one's from the UK from back in the day. Like this is 60s style.
Wow.
And you could tell too. I mean, this game, it works a bit, but it's mostly like on magnets and stuff. So you get these like topple like kind of like figurines of miniatures. I don't know if you can really see them, but
yeah, I can try to see them. Yeah.
And on the bottom, the bases are like a balance thing. So you'll drop them in by using these tongs, like these holders here.
Oh, okay.
And they almost look like, yeah. So you'll drop them into the board, and whatever it lands on, you got to try to rescue Robin. I don't know if you could see. Can you see?
I can see him, yeah. I can see him.
So he's held hostage there by the evil bad guys, and you got to get him out of that trap. So who else is there to call but the Cape Crusader himself? And
I did see you had It from the Pit and Fireball Island in the corner over there. Some of the big ones.
Oh yeah. See, folks, that's his way of saying, "Come on, Vin, let's move it along." I'm kidding. I told you, bear with me with the way I joke around stuff, because
you're good, man.
As I said, me and Matt, we can have our own comedy show if we wanted to. Hey, I figured too. You got me, you, Matt, Bernardo, Luke, Retro Gamer, and Board Game Man. That's 7 people together. You have the Magnificent 7 of board gamers.
That's
live on YouTube.
That would be a good title.
We're the Magnificent 7.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm trying to get this game back in there.
No problem.
Yeah, but I want to move on though, because I got Fireball Island.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you gotta see all these. I got Crash Canyon, It from the Pit. I got the Dark World games, the Dark World trilogy.
Wow, those are hard to get.
And, yeah, when I saw when Matt did that, when I saw Matt doing those games, I was like, yeah, I'm in on the Dark World. So he loves it. Like when I say good things about Dark World, because I'm like, yeah, Dark World,
Yeah, but
it's a fun game. I mean, it takes a little bit to set up, but who cares? Set the game up, play it, and enjoy it, because it's fun. But they're just really rare and hard to find. Like especially complete and somewhat good condition. The games I get are always they gotta be not pristine, but they gotta be in like somewhat good condition. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, either a 10 or an 8, a 7 maybe. I can deal with a 6, but then I'll probably pass on it and wait till I find it, pretty much complete and in good condition.
Yeah,
the box doesn't really have to be in good condition.
Those are some tough games. Like Village of Fear is darn near impossible.
Yeah.
I mean, you're the only other person outside of Matt Wilkins that I've seen that has that game. That's a tough game to get.
I had to get Dragon's Gate twice because it was missing one of the main pieces.
Oh, God.
I mean, I didn't mean to get it to like bother me like really, but I mean, if it's a part of the play set, it's a part of the set, the game. Mm-hmm. You got to keep the dragon on the top of the Dragon's Cave, the Dragon's Gate.
Yeah.
So the top of the Dragon's Gate was missing, and I'm like, well, what's the sense of having the dragon on top of the gate if he can't sit on top of the gate?
Yeah, and I always have to have these games complete. It's just especially if
I mean, like, right. And us being collectors, sometimes you want to have things be, in tip-top shape, top shelf kind of thing, So I got Key to the Kingdom, Hero Quest, I got Dungeon, the classic Dungeon, I got the newer Dungeon,
you got,
I got Tornado Rex.
Wow.
How's that?
I saw you had Legend of Zagor too. That's another hard one to get. That one goes for a lot. Wow.
Yeah, I busted my rear end for that one. Because as I said before, I mean, if there's something, I'm really determined, and I got I'm really ambitious when it comes to collecting. Like, if there's something that I'm on the hunt for,
yeah,
I'm gonna get it, and it's gonna either be complete or 90% complete, and then I'll make do with something else, or if I can find it in a thrift shop, I'll buy it for spare parts or something like that, or if I could find it cheap. Because I'm kind of a completist in a way, like I like to have things complete and in order in a way.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Yeah, I mean, not to the point that I go overboard about it, but it makes sense. I mean, hear me out. If you're gonna spend the amount of money that at these games are, then because it's a collector's item mostly, then you're gonna want it complete. You're not gonna want to spend that much money, and it's like it's too bad it's missing pieces and stuff.
Yeah.
So you want to try to help yourself out with that and just make sure you're getting a good one. Because then it's not. I mean, most of these games aren't really worth the prices. But just don't fret, have no fear or anything. Don't sweat it. Just if you want a game, I say this to everybody, just chin up, and just if you gotta hustle for it, and get it, because you never know if you're gonna have that chance again. But it just stinks though. It's too bad, because there's a lot of times if I'm about to make the order from the game, or if I see it at a thrift shop, I grab it. But on any of the other websites that we shop on, if I see the game, I try to grab it as soon as possible, because I never know. But then when I do, a week later or the next day later, it'll say, "Oh, I think you'll be interested in this." Yeah, I was interested in that when it was the price that you tell me it is now. And meanwhile, I spent like an arm and a leg for it. I mean, I'm not telling you my business or nothing, but
no,
it just
yeah. All right, Vinny.
But the real game that's my favorite, though, I have to say, like, Stuff Your Face. This game I used to play when I was a kid a lot in camp, in day camp and stuff. This is a cool marble game. And I got a lot of crud and stuff in front of the shelves, but this game is cool. I did a review about this game. I think it was in my 15th episode or something.
Mm-hmm.
But you use the hands like a puppet, and it's got the same kind of gameplay as Hungry Hungry Hippos, but you're grabbing the marbles and you're trying to grab the most of red marbles that you can. But anyway, I got the new Fireball Island. I got Splish Splash. That game goes for a lot, on the websites, but I found it at a thrift shop for like $5.
Wow.
I mean, big deal. Good for me, right? But like, I'm not tooting my horn, but
I saw
you'd be surprised. What?
I'm sorry. I saw like there was a green game that, what was it called? Strike something. It was next. I saw it. It was what was it? It was from Milton Bradley. I don't think I'd seen it before. It was next to the Fireball Island new one.
Oh, yeah. That's Street Fighter 2.
Oh, Street Fighter
board game.
And Dragon's Lair. Wow.
Dragon's Lair, Frogger.
Man, you kind
of. I got Thunder Road, Jurassic Park, Dark Tower. I had to buy 2 towers. I bought one tower pretty cheap, decent priced. It was reasonable. So I said to myself, grab it, because you never know if you're going to need a backup in case the other one busts. And, you know, if it don't work no more, you can't play it. But then I'm like, wait a minute. There's probably a way you could play Dark Tower without, you know, using the Dark Tower. But what fun would that be?
There is a guy on eBay that fixes them. I've actually got my tower fixed by him.
Yeah, I was just going to mention about that guy. Yeah.
He's a good guy.
This is where it all happens, folks. That's the board game table. And guess what? You're in the board game room, my secret lair.
It's good to have you on, Vinny. Thank you so much, man.
You're welcome.
Yeah, feel free to send me any pictures too if you want. But guys, his channel is Insane Board Game Freak Show. He's got a ton of reviews, ton of games, as you can tell. He's got a ton of games, a lot of games I haven't heard of. So y'all check out his channel. I'll leave a link underneath the description, and we'll have another episode coming up soon. Vinny, thank you so much for coming on the show. Appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Thank you so much. As I said before, it was a great honor.
Thank you, Vinny. We'll talk to you guys soon.
You're welcome. All right.
Thanks.
So long. Be well.
Thank you, Vinny. I appreciate it, man. Wow, what a collection you've got. Right. That's unbelievable. Holy cow. Wow. Well, hey, thanks. Thank you for your prayers too. I forgot to mention we're not on live anymore, but I appreciate them.
Okay. Oh yeah, sure, man. And if you want, I mean, I think he might still have it because nobody really shops it that much. Mm-hmm. But you know, because of what's going on lately and stuff. But I mean, like, there's not really like a lot of collectors